The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Hello YouTube, how y'all doing today? Well, y'all seen my video I made last night, and basically I want you to come over to the blog and I want you to read the information. And I took some screenshots of this and that, and basically want you to come over here because there's videos over here you need to see. Some more information, a lot more information. Sorry that I didn't explain it to you as much as I should have last night. Yesterday was Sunday and I had to get ready and do some things to get ready to go to work. And, you know, it took a little bit of time to do, and I had to clean up some stuff that I had done, so I didn't have time to make an edited video for you, or another one. But I'm putting this together and I want you to come over here and look, mainly because there's a lot of information here. Reading these PDF files that you're seeing here, or this PDF file, tells you a lot about what's been going on with radio frequency waves. That's basically the reason why I went and did my last experiment last night. Mainly the experiment was used and done with a Icon 756 Pro 2. Was done with a homemade amplifier that was built with 4 3-500Z tubes. It's capable of doing 3400 watts if you drive it over legal limit, which that would be 1500 watts. I don't drive my amplifier that hard because I don't want to tear it up to start with. That's pushing it at its maximum limit. But the point of it being, that's neither here nor there. I could have took 100 watts with a small enough wire on the end of it and created the same effect. Could have done it with 10 watts. It wouldn't have mattered. I could have done it with 4. Well, 4 watts might be pushing it a little. But 10 watts with a small enough wire, it could be done. That's for the tip. If you notice, the antenna itself is a whole lot bigger than that wire. That wire that's on the end of there is very small 06 welding wire. Small. It looks a lot bigger in the picture mainly because I welded that on there. That's what I do for a living, or what I used to do. But anyway, point being, there's a lot of links on this page as well, folks, that you can go to and see other blogs. Reza's done a great job on doing what he's done. And these photos that you see here are comments that are made that you can go and read for yourself. That's the reason why they're on here. But I would like for you to read them and to see and understand a little bit more about what I've been talking about and why I have a disagreement. And the agreement, you know, I'm not trying to go off on anybody, and I ain't trying to make no hate and discontent. It's not the same for me, as some of you may know, some of you don't. I don't really care. Point being is there's a lot of stuff here and a lot of stuff going on, and it needs to, you know, we all need to get together and work together on this, because that's what it is. If we don't start working together, no matter what name that it's called or what name is used as of HAARP, is HAARP, isn't HAARP, doesn't matter. It's still all electrical energy. It's all creating a magnetic field. It's all creating a frequency, a very dangerous frequency. It is being used in a way that is dangerous. Nikola Tesla said that as well. It can be used for good, and it can be used for harm. And what we're trying to get everyone to understand is it's being used for harm. This is my radio. That's what it looks like. That's the specs on my radio. For the ones of you that don't know. I'm showing all of this to you, trying to explain it to you, going in a little bit more detail. And I'm going to show you some things. You can click on the pictures that are on the blog. And any picture that's on there, you can click on it and it'll blow it up. This one's already blown up for you. As you can go, you'll see here, I'll click on this picture. I clicked on it and it's gonna, well, there you go. Took it a minute, but there you go. It blows it up. Now, I'm not showing you the full screen. That's the reason why it looks so big. I didn't want to change the thing and change the way it was being done. But you can see, you can blow them up and read the comments. But back to the wire here. That's real small wire. Now the rod that you see that it's all welded to, the rod that you see it welded to there, that's about a 1/4 inch rod. And that rod will still produce plasma if you sharpen the end of it to a point. If it's got a round ball, it will not create plasma off the end. For those of y'all that think or disagree, I'm sorry for you. It's electrical energy. It's creating, it is transmitting the actual power out of this. When you see the one get real bright, and you see in these pictures, you can see blue on each one of those tips. You'll see another clip in here where I have 5 rods on there, and they all 5 light up at one time. One of them only have 4, but the next one you'll see where it lights up 5. But you see these are all lit up, but one of them is glowing hotter. Well, the reason why that is because the impedance match on that particular one got out of frequency. It burnt down a little bit too far. So to create the problem, to make the frequency change, it created heat, and more heat means it was trying to get rid of it. It changed the resonance of the frequency, or the resonance of the SWRs, whatever you may want to call it. Doesn't matter. It changes. So while I'm sitting there watching it, I have to change the frequency to go along with that, because the SWRs would be raising at the same time. And for those ones that think that I was doing something with a mismatch on the impedance, you're very wrong. You'll also see a complete picture of the antenna in another clip here shortly. But of course you're wrong, and I do know what I'm doing, and I've been doing it a very long time. And I made this antenna special for this experiment, just to show people what it can do, what RF can do, what RF does with their food. That all of you people that discredit, and you're paid to make people stay asleep to the fact that this is harmful, and the way that this is harmful, and it can be, you know, dangerous, very dangerous if it's used incorrectly. They've already made some equipment that uses microwave that can burn you. Some of you have seen that, some of you haven't. Just trying to distinguish to you what this means. So listen to these next 3 clips, and then we'll talk some more, and I'll explain some more in a minute. Okay? There's a clip I got for you.
I told y'all a little bit about our dust collector at work, and it creates aluminum. And the reason why it's in water is mainly to keep it from exploding, which I told y'all that. And that's coming in my next little thing, well, not the next video, but when I get around to doing this, this is going to take a couple of people to help me do this, because I don't want to throw it out there with one hand and light it with another. So I need someone to hold the camera while I do this. But anyway, I'll show you that experiment too. And then I'm going to do the one with the radio as well.
Alright everybody, you see the little flames on the end? You can do it again. See the flames on the tips? One of them not doing it, don't look like. But 3 or 4 of them are. Alright, do it again. There you go. Let me get towards this tree. Then you let off. Do it again. Let off. Do it again. There you go, all 5. Okay.
Okay, I put them in here mainly because the first one where you saw the aluminum in the bucket and boiling, I was creating hydrogen in the water. And that was just plain aluminum in a bucket of water, sanded aluminum. And the second part was with me doing the first experiment, showing you the 100 watts of radio. This one is showing you 1500. Now, the only difference is this one's got more littler wires. That other wire that you saw was a whole lot bigger in diameter. It was 090. This is 06, which is a whole lot smaller. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not 06, that's 032, which is really small. And it's done for a special thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But they were all welded together, and then they're real short, and they were stretched out so they would create this effect. And I did it for this experiment. Doesn't mean anything, but I did it to create the effect that you saw. The reason why I created the effect is so people can understand what frequency and radio power can do. They don't understand. Some of you people out there are very highly technical, and you got to know every little detail about every little thing. I'm not going to sit down here and give you schematics and diagrams and read essays for y'all and give you formulas for everything that's being done. Most people don't understand that. I'm trying to talk to people. I'm not trying to give them a college class in physics or anything else like that, okay? That's for you engineers, one in particular. You know who I'm talking about. The one that really isn't an engineer, you're just a paid shield. Doesn't matter. And the other ones of you that want to be so technical about everything, I am talking to people, trying to get them to understand what's going on in this world with radio waves and radio frequency. Now, I don't understand why you want to discredit. Sorry about the dogs, everybody. She's in her happy mode. She wants to play a little bit. But point of it is look, folks, this is to get the information out, to teach people that there's more things going on. Yes, people have used the word HAARP way too much. And yes, it isn't all HAARP. No one has ever said that it was all HAARP. But HAARP is the biggest name that came out. At first, let me say this to you. When this all first started, it was the woodpecker, which was Russian. Okay? Now that we understand that the first one that come out was Russian, well, technically that's not really correct either. The real true one that come out was really Nikola Tesla. That's where this technology come from. Better yet, that's where all electrical energy that you know today come from, was Nikola Tesla. Period. End of story. End of discussion. That's it. Nikola Tesla was the man, and he still is, even though he's dead. His legacy should live forever. But most of you people don't even know who Nikola Tesla is. So I can't get into some of that detail with y'all because you don't know who he is. You think you may, but I know a lot of people that don't know who he is, and some of them are even ham operators and they don't know. And I know some electricians, and I know a lot of other people that don't know. So when you come off and you try to crucify someone for trying to pass the information to other people to wake them up to the fact that there is a lot more going on here than meets the eye, then you're wrong and you're a paid shield. I'm telling you straight to your face. I hope you like it. And if you want to discredit anybody else, any of you, and I'm not talking about just any one person. This is not just a one person. This is to several people that want to discredit people for trying to put the truth out. If you want to do that and you don't want to be serious, you don't need to be on YouTube around me, because I'm going to tell you like it is. This is legitimate experimenting with power, of RF power, and it is a legal frequency power that I'm using this on. This is not a government paid entity that can take multiple different types of frequencies, like a frequency for one thing, and taking it and transmitting it through a man-made, which all of them are, but a different type made antenna to create like a magnetron for a oh shit, I can't think. Making an antenna like a magnetron to create microwave frequencies to come in and go in HF and come out are microwave frequencies, which gives you 4 or 5 different patterns of waves and pulses that you could use through there. The pulse comes through the signal generator of whatever that generator may be, if it's audio or just a tone, which is still some sort of audio that you heard coming out of the antenna through the plasma. It wasn't coming out through the antenna per se, but it was coming through the plasma that you were seeing spark. Blue light was coming through that, causing a tone like an antenna or like a speaker. So I've explained as much of this as I possibly can and as much as I really want to. And if you don't understand it from there, I'm sorry for you. But much love for you, to you, and y'all have a great day. And I hope you enjoy this. If not, oh well.